how much power do we need for a fantastic home theater experience? So here it is. I will describe you my experiment that I did and will tell you how much power we needed for that experience and whether that will work out for you or not. So this is what I did. I used my multimeter, which is the Fluke True RMS multimeter, and measured the signal at the amplifier driving the speakers and I was looking at different levels. So I was looking at 3 different levels. One was when there was a quiet conversation and read what was the signal level in millivolts. When there was a loud conversation, loud parts in the happenings, and when there was something like really loud. And I was basically watching The Expanse, and that's a science fiction series basically, and it has very good sound. If you have a good system, then you can truly appreciate that its sound is really down to a level that is at least as good as the sound you can get in movie theaters if your system is capable of reproducing it. And what I have found is that actually the third level, that was the really loud level, that was a rocket burning. And let's see what we got. So for the quiet conversations, the signal level was between fluctuated around 5 to 10 millivolts. That was the peak. So when I convert it, knowing that my loudspeakers are 16 ohm, that requires 1 to 5 microwatt. So just few millionth of a watt when the conversation is quiet, and that gives me 44 to 50 dB per meter sound pressure in the room per loudspeaker, right? And when there were the loud parts, so when they were talking vigorously or shouting, or where there were busy parts, like lots of things happening, lots of sound effects, then I measured up to 150 millivolts, which translates to 1.6 milliwatts of power. So about 700 times or so less than 1 watt, and that is 75 dB per meter. So that's pretty loud. So that's like loud shouting, and that's quiet talking. So we are good with the numbers and my perceptions. And now when there was the part when there was the rocket burning, heart burning, that one measured a signal of 1.5 volt. So you see now there's a really big jump here, and that one was even less than 1 watt. So that even that didn't reach 1 watt, it was like almost like a sixth of a watt, 0.16 watts only, and that is 95 dB per meter. And these are the 3 power levels, and you would be saying that, dude, you are just listening at 95 dB peak, that must be a pretty crappy experience. You know, we are, all of us have like big home theater installations, and we are pushing 120 dB. Everyone says that to have a good experience, you need to really crank it out and max it out and take it to the level of pain. And I am saying peace to that, and I am not going that way because I don't have to. If your system has a good dynamic range, you don't need to blow your own eardrums. You don't need to become a victim of your stereo system. And this loudness range, ranging from 44 dB at the soft bits, and here at the 44 dB level, the dialogue between the actors is perfectly understandable. I am not missing a single word, and my ears don't have to strain to hear it, because the loudspeaker's articulation is fantastic. And the 95 dB is like the difference between two. You see that there's like a 50 dB difference between the soft and then the really loud parts. So that is the important part, that your home theater can reproduce the dynamic range between the soft and the loud, and that will give you the experience. If you just keep pushing everything really high so that you are listening to 90 dBs average and you go up to 120 dB, you will just kill your ears and make it a very unpleasant experience on the long run. Using this type of volume setting, I could binge on the Expanse series and been watching it during the winter season. I had a few holiday breaks when I didn't need to go to work, and basically like 10 hours a day I could watch it at this level, and the experience was like being at the movie theater, and my ears had zero, absolutely zero listening fatigue. And this bit, so when I had the rocket heartburn that was on the TV, it really was very close to the feel of a real rocket in heartburn. And it was not just the sound, it really felt like I felt the air change, like, and that at the extreme speed at which the exhaust is leaving those rocket engines. So anyway, here, as you noticed, even for that most extreme of sounds, I am well under 1 watt. Very little power, if at all, is needed. And of course this can only happen because the loudspeakers are 102 dB per watt meter efficient. So if you want a realistic home experience with movies, like a true theater experience, then you need very efficient loudspeakers, because they are able to reproduce the entire dynamic range, and you don't need much power for that. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will talk more about that, and have a fantastic day. Bye bye.